Are you sorry for the hurt that your posts caused people?
I take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, and the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So I take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from?
See, now what's happening is their pseudoscience came back to backfire on them. You know, their false reality that we would never wake up to their lies, right? And what's crazy is Jeff Bezos, all right, a prominent member of the Rothschild family, right? He's in that tree. Hey, he put it on his platform, Amazon Prime, for this brother to go see and gain this information, right? And it brings me to a scripture, right? Because when a rich man like Kyrie speaks, everyone listens. You know, this is Sirach 13:23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. He has all these reporters in his face, right? Asking him questions, you know, getting his opinion, wanting him to apologize. Because if he apologizes, right, he'd be another simp, another man that they could control, right? And then Jake that doesn't have anything, the average brother, would say, okay, well, I have to follow what Kyrie did. He apologized, you see? But when you stand firm like this, hey, man, they're in fear.
And why, when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared, and I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility, then that's where I sit. So, you know, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing.
And it says, when he saith, they extol it to the clouds. They extol it to the clouds. Yeah, so whatever comes out of Kyrie's mouth is going to cover all the headlines. It's going to be on all the news stations, right? People are going to dissect it, go into it. But this is the Lord's work, you see? Because the prophets are out preaching this word, right? And we're not gaining anything. We don't have any contracts. And it says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So when we speak, right, everyone casts us off, even our own family members. But this man is standing bold in front of these afflictors. You see, right? Even though he ain't got the truth, you know, he got the ankh on his fingers. He's into this Egyptology. You know, he's still gone on that sense, but he's been awakened to know that he is somebody. He is of a chosen, regal people, right? Israelites, right? And the Lord might bring that truth to him. We never know. But we do know that Kyrie is willing to lose money for what he believes in. And right, that's more than any other man, these athletes or entertainers that we can find out here, because they all submit. They all capitulate to Esau, Edom. They all bow down, all right, when Esau threatens them. You see, right? We see how they did Kanye. That phone call went out. Now that man is blackballed. That man has lost millions of dollars. all right, for speaking up and saying he's a Jew. A person in America say they can be anything. You have people piercing themselves, tattoos, making themselves lizards, cutting holes in their tongues, doing all types of weird shit, but they're not condemned. They don't lose out of anything, right? They're praised, they're glorified, right? Because he's different. You see, she's different. She stepped out and found herself, right? And you can marry a rice cooker. There are states in America where bestiality is legal. But this man is condemned for saying that he is of a regal people, that he is the Jew, right? Hey, these people are hypocrites and they're in a slippery place.
So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate my life every day, and you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return, figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things, because just because I post a documentary doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic, and doesn't mean that I'm automatically standing with everyone that is believing in it. So it's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be, looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, and I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I studied. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in a book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
This is the book of Wisdom, Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. And what you're seeing is his brother standing up, even though he's not in the truth, right? He doesn't know everything. He's not a prophet, right? Our job is to be prophets, but he is standing bold, right? And from the face of his oppressors. And it's nothing but Edomites asking him these questions. And as he just said, you heard him, brothers, right? Where were you at when we were talking about slave ships, right? In 1492 and before that, when your people enslaved our people. Keep that same energy. You see, right? How can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am, is what the man said. Or you're going to hear him say that.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
those falsehoods
happened?
are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. I never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me, respectfully, to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
Kyrie, for the record, do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not gonna turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. They're in terrible fear right now, seeing a so-called black man stand up, all right, that makes over $30 million a year, all right, who's already lost over 30, 40, 50 million because he didn't take your damn poison. All right, now he's standing firm, even though he donated $500,000 just to cool off the situation a little bit, right? But he's still standing firm. And this is why it says, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness, right? It's just strange to them to see a man stand up, all right, and profess and confess that he is not anti-Semitic because he is the Shemite, man, right? See, you devils are in a slippery place because you're trying to suppress the conversation. The response these devils want is him to apologize, say he was wrong, in that same Nick Cannon, all right, O'Shea Jackson spirit. But again, it's not his job to be a prophet, right? The wicked see the destruction coming because Jake is going to wake up. They're going to ask questions. Jake is going to be inquisitive. I love how he referred to hiding something in the book and black people won't read it, right? That was the cliche, but now we read. We on blocks and corners bringing out truth. You see that? So you devils are in a slippery place. And the Lord got you right where he wants you in his trick bag. All right, I hope this lesson has been edifying to the body and elect of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Raha Kadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do but well